G'day, how you going? I just want to answer a quick question because I'm getting this a lot. Basically, people want to know what the scratching feels like. Is it as good as Serato Scratch? Have you experienced any glitches or delays while scratching? Have you heard of anyone who has? Well, let's go through a couple of things. Now, one of the first things I want to talk to you about is latency. Now, what's latency? For those of you that don't know, latency is the delay from pushing the button to hearing the sound. Now, I don't know how well you can hear this. Okay, you push the button and see if there's a delay, or how long the delay is before you hear something when I press the button. I don't know how well you can hear this or see this. Okay, we'll try with the Q button. Is there a delay? Have a listen. Not really, is there? Look, try this angle. Is there a delay? Well, I can tell you how long the delay is exactly. Because if we go over into preferences and you go into your sound card mode over here, I've got the latency set on 1.5 milliseconds. So there's a delay of 1.5 milliseconds. Now that is set by the control panel. Click on the control panel and you've got your little drop down box. Alright, how well can you read that? Medium latency. Fast latency. Okay, there's about 8 predetermined sections, and you can also do your own manual setting up here. Okay, can you see that? You can set your manual one. I've got mine set on minimum latency, fast CPU. Now, just get the OK. Right, I've set that on fast CPU, 1.5 millisecond, okay? Now, the higher you have your latency set, the more of a chance you have of causing dropouts. So it's a fine line. You need to work out exactly how far you can go before your computer starts to drop out. So there's a little CPU guide. You know, when that gets close to 3/4 of the way, you're probably pushing it too far and you probably want to tone down the latency. My CPU usage has never gone past halfway at a gig, so I know I'm pretty right. So you have to just trial it at home, try all the different settings and play for an hour or two and see if you get any dropouts, because that is pretty fast. 1.5 milliseconds of latency. Now, with the minimum specifications that Traktor Scratch has, the minimum specifications for a 1.4 gigahertz speed, 512 megabyte memory. Now, with those minimum requirements, you will get a latency of 3 milliseconds, all right? Under 3 milliseconds. And with the super fast CPU, you get 1.5 milliseconds. Now, the delay, I mean, milliseconds. What are we talking here? This is my favourite song at the moment. If you want it, that's what it's called, by the way. Okay, so delay. How can I describe 3 milliseconds to you? It's about the same as moving your head 1 metre away from the speaker. So if you've got your head a certain distance away from the speaker, move 1 metre back, and that delay from the sound getting to where you were to where you are, that's the delay. That's 3 milliseconds. You can hardly hear it. So, I hope you understand that. I'm trying to explain it as best as I can. Now that you understand what latency is and how much of a delay that you have, basically, with your scratching, Traktor has excellent tracking. It has 2 kilohertz of processing time code, which is, believe it or not, it's double to anything else on the market. Basically means it has twice as many contacts. But, like I say, it also depends on the speed of your CPU or laptop, call it whatever you want. So you cannot compare Traktor Scratch with Serato unless you're using it on exactly the same laptop with exactly the same settings. I can't compare the two because I've never used Serato Scratch. So I can only go on the facts, and the facts are that Traktor Scratch uses 2 kilohertz of processing time code, which is twice as much as anything else on the market. So if you've got a really good laptop and you can set it to the fast CPU speed, minimum latency, you will not tell the difference. So I'm not a scratcher, so let's have a bit of a scratching demo, see if we can pick up a delay that way. Okay, I've got to try and demonstrate, see if you can pick up a delay from the time I move my hand to when you hear a sound. See if there's a delay. Is there a delay there? I can't tell. From when I move to when you hear a sound. There is no delay. And I can scratch the absolute shit out of this. And okay, I hope that answers some of your questions. I'm going to give you a link to another video on YouTube that I found, which shows you how they do it with vinyl. Because like I say, I'm not really a scratcher, I'm a house DJ. So check out the link if you're a bit of a scratcher, and that'll take you to a guy that knows a lot more about scratching with vinyl than what I do. So that's it. Practice and enjoy.